Okay, let's talk about how to do a photo shoot. So first, let's talk about what you need. I know this will come as a surprise to you, but you need a camera. You need a camera to do a photo shoot. So I use Canon. It's my favorite brand. I like the other brands. It's not really necessarily about what you shoot with as much as it is how you use what you have. It's not like you don't have to have the most expensive gear to have good quality photos if you know how to use your camera. So for starters, camera settings. Know your camera settings. Your ISO, your aperture, and your shutter speed, and your white balance. Those are the main things that you need to know if you're gonna go do a photo shoot. You don't have to have a $3,000 to $5,000 camera to produce good quality photos if you know your settings and you know how to edit. Now let's talk about the work you do before your photo shoot. So before your photo shoot, you're gonna do what's called making a shot list. So if you don't know what a shot list is, it's pretty much what you think it is. It's the shots that you want to get. So this is for planning out what kind of poses you want your model to do, how you want it to look depending on like the scene and the lighting, and at least having that, hey, I want this, 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 and this, and this pose to do. The shot list is very important, but I can't stress enough to you, don't let it put you in a creative box. Sometimes with shot lists, people can kind of get in that zone of like, oh, I have to get this and that's it. After I get this, that's all I'm getting. No, every single time I do a photo shoot, I always get creative in terms of when I get to the location with the model, something will pop in my head and I'm like, oh, we gotta do this. And then I go back to the shot list. The shot list is just there pretty much so you can keep track and that your client gets what's expected. Something that I do for inspiration for my shot list, maybe I'm having a hard time coming up with poses or whatever, I like to go to Pinterest. And that'll help me, come up with some ideas of poses for my shot list. And then, like I said, when I get to my location, it's a little bit easier because my creative wheels will start turning and I'll think, oh, we should do this and then we should do that. But before you go to your shoot, make sure you have a shot list and charge batteries. That's very important. I did that one time. Okay, here are some tips and tricks during your photo shoot while you're with your client, while you're with your model, whatever you may be doing. So for starters, make your client feel comfortable. Make them feel confident. Bring out the best in them. You can do that as the photographer by hyping them up. Like, you are their biggest fan in that moment because trust me, confidence is the most attractive thing. People don't care about the quality as much as they care about your subject. They want to see, is this a happy person? Is this are they confident? Are they, so you want to really hype your clients up and, your subject or whoever you're shooting. Make sure, I cannot stress this enough, make sure you show your client the poses. Don't say it. Trust me, I've tried a million times to say, hey, I want you to do this. It never resonates. It never resonates. So make sure you physically show them, hey, this next pose that we're about to do is a little bit like this, or a little like this, or a little like this, whatever it may be. So now that we've talked about what you do before your shoot and during your shoot, let's talk about after your shoot. So post-production. For starters, let's talk about your turnaround time. The time where you give your clients their photos back. How long should that take? Maximum of 2 weeks. Trust me on this. Your turnaround time is very attractive to a client. Most people that I work with, they're like, hey, what's your turnaround time? When's the soonest I can get this? People will actually pay more for a quicker turnaround time. So make sure it's a maximum of 2 weeks. Honestly, if you can learn your settings and how to work your camera and how to properly edit, it should take you no more than 2 to 3 hours for post-production, depending on obviously if you're color grading or if you're doing actual touch-ups. There's not one preset that is a cure-all, a fix-all. There's not. You're going to have to, if you add a preset. I make my own presets. I'm at the point now where I know my colors. I know how to whatever. So I can look at something and tell what I want. So if you're not there yet, presets are totally fine. Absolutely. I've used presets before. They're great, but they're not a cure-all. You're gonna have to absolutely go through and adjust your own contrast and your own exposure and your highlights and your shadows because your lighting is gonna look different throughout the day. And wherever you're shooting, it's not all gonna look the same. So you can't just do one preset and it's a cure-all on everyone. You gotta do your own custom settings. So The best advice I can give to you right now, if you're a new photographer, is learn your colors. When you can learn how to edit, you can take a photo that looks, more low quality and make it a high quality photo with just how you edit. That's kind of my advice to you. Maybe you're a new photographer, maybe you just wanted to know, hey, I want to know how a photo shoot looks like. That's how it is. That's how it kind of works out. If you want to know what kind of gear I use, I will link that in the description. Press the link. I absolutely love my gear. I don't plan on changing for a while. I love my gear, and if you want the same gear as me, click the link in the description below and you can get the same gear as me. If this video helped you at all, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button and comment back. Let me know your feedback. Let me know what you think. Let me know some tips and tricks that help you on a photo shoot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more.